What up, what up, you guys? It's Blackwing2040. Welcome back to the Power Rangers Marathon. Today, we are going to be reviewing the start of the Disney era, Power Rangers Ninja Storm. And might I say, I had so much fun watching this season. It's been literally 4 years since I've watched Ninja Storm. And I really forgot how much fun this season is. And on top of that, this is the superior ninja season in the entire franchise. Just pointing that out there. But if you didn't know, it is. But this season is just full of it's chill. It's gotta be like the most chill season of Power Rangers ever. Coming off of Wild Force, which is mainly the 10th anniversary of the franchise. And I know Wild Force, people can say Wild Force is kind of a transitional season since, first half aired on Fox Kids, second half aired on ABC Family and ABC Kids. Ninja Storm, it basically sets the tone for what you're gonna get for this era, for coming seasons. And really, I had a ball with this season. So let's talk about these suits. These are really, really dope suits, and especially for the Thunder Rangers, I love how their suits, they have not shin guards, arm guards and shoulder pads and everything. Those suits are awesome, especially Cam's suit, and I love his Super Samurai mode. And Cam is the OG to Super Samurai mode. Just pointing that out there. So now let's talk about this story. I can really say this story, it gives everyone a chance to shine. And that's what is, we haven't really gotten that with, in Wild Force and Time Force. I mean, everyone had their own focus episodes, but in moments, in this season, everyone develops. Everyone everyone gets a focus episode, maybe once or twice, or even maybe 3 times. But everyone gets a chance to shine in this season, and that's what's really great about it. And with this story, we also get, origins of the villains later on in the show, and, twists and turns, and, the main focal point for, Shane, Tori, and Dustin, and how they're really important to the season, and how they had to defeat Lothor and everything. It's just really great. And I love how in the beginning, when the season was, premiering and everything, the premise was, the 3 Wind Rangers have to take on Lothor, but he has the Thunder Rangers at his side. I love how they set that up right from the jump. And we always got that with, we got straight into that with Thunder Ranger arc. It was constant, battles in suit and out of suit, because the out of suit fight scenes in the season, especially since the ninja season, we actually get traditional ninja stuff. We see them doing their ninja training, ninja shadow battles, so many things that we get the usage of the ninja here. And it's just really, really fantastic. I don't know what else to say about this story, on how, everyone develops, and especially when it all culminates in the ending during their final battle against Lothor, and how Shane, Tori, and Dustin are the main ones to take him down in the end. And then at the end, when they graduate from, the Wind Ninja Academy, Shane, Tori, and Dustin, they get promoted to Senseis now. It's so many things that they give us on the ninja side, and also to their, their real life side. How Shane is a skateboarder, Tori's a surfer, Dustin, Hunter, and Blake, they're motocross riders. I loved that, and it's something, you didn't see that in its Sensei counterpart, Hurricane, which is really straight up all ninja from back and front. Here we got a different side to that, and that's really, really cool. We see actual teenagers doing what they love, their favorite sports, but they're also secretly ninjas. And I just loved everything about this story, about this cast, their chemistry that they had with each other. It was just all fantastic. That's all I have to say. So let's start talking about these characters. First up is Shane. Shane is, of course, the Red Ranger, leader of the team. His development, for sure, where he shines the most is definitely in the Battleizer episode. Definitely one of Shane's finest moments. And also, before I continue, I want to give a moment of silence to Pua Magasiva and Grant McFarland. Pua played Shane, and Grant played Sensei and Lothor. So, just a little moment of silence for these two individuals. Thank you. So, back to talking about Shane. I always found Shane as, one of my favorite Red Rangers because, one, I love his Battleizer. His Battleizer is literally my favorite Battleizer in the entire franchise. And, he struggles a lot, especially he has a lot on his shoulders with him being the leader. And he always has his best friends, Tori and Dustin, talk to and help him out. Like, they always have his back. They always have each other's backs in general, no matter what. So Shane really shines a lot in his Battleizer episode and the episode where his brother comes in, and I believe that was Pua's actual brother in real life. I believe so. And just, how he's, struggling to, deal with his brother because his brother feels so perfect, and that, he want to understand the life of him being a ranger, that, you may be, it's real life if you think about it. I mean, not the whole protecting the world thing, but that's a struggle to, be compared to a sibling who's so good at things, where you're doing, you're putting your life out on the line every day to protect the world. So really, it's amazing, and Shane is really, really, a really great Red Ranger. Alright, next up is Tori. Tori, of course, she's the girl of the team, but she's not afraid to, straighten the guys out. And I also say she's kind of a bit of, like, the den mother of the group. And of course, she has her, her chemistry with Blake, who I'll talk about later on in the review. But Tori really shines a lot, where, she's basically like the big motivator for everybody, especially for Cam. And I'll explain later. But Tori, she's like, she's that ride or die person that, motivates you to, never give up on yourself. She has flaws of her own, but it's not really shown a lot. But Tori, really, she's up there as one of the best Blue Rangers. Heck, and the first female Blue Ranger, might I add. And she really is a force to be reckoned with. So I really like how this story, did so well with Tori. Alright, next is Dustin. Dustin is so much fun. Like, I learned so much, surfers / skateboard lingo from the show back when it was airing, because, I learned the words like dude, bro, gnarly. It's just, I learned it all from Dustin, and Dustin is like the big hype man of the team. You always gotta have that one person who likes, who's excited and giddy. And I think that's kind of where they got the inspiration, for Chip later on in the franchise, Mystic Force Yellow. I think that's where they got the inspiration of his character from. They got it from Dustin, because Dustin is like, he's like, he's the one that says, like, I told you Power Rangers are real. And that's what I love about Dustin's character. He's cool, he's hype, he's mellow, he's, he enjoys motocross and everything. He's the wild man, and I just love his character a lot. Dustin is so much fun. Alright, so next up is the Thunder Brother. I'm going to talk about both Thunder Brothers, Hunter and Blake. I remember when they first came on the scene, I didn't really know much what to expect from them. Of course, that when they were revealed, they are the Thunder Rangers. And it was cool to see, the opposing factors, seeing the Wind Rangers and the Thunder Rangers fight against each other. And they're, as Rangers, they're two totally complete opposites. Blake is more, the calm and controlled one. Hunter, he's more, I could say he's kind of a bit like Raphael, but less anger. Hunter is like the Raphael of the team, but, he doesn't have as much anger, but he does have a lot of, raw power within himself, because you can see it in his actor's performance. And I actually like that about these two. And how Hunter has a little bit of rivalry with Shane in that one episode. You see them, their friendship start to blossom as as the show progresses, and it's cool. And with Blake and how he has his huge crush on Tori, they both motivate each other as a whole. Blake motivates Tori, Tori motivates Blake. They all have a thing for each other. And they both genuinely care about each other. So that's really a nice thing to see within these two characters. And last Ranger to talk about, Cam. Cam, I could say, is very underrated. You don't really hear people talk about Cam, but Cam put that work in, and his development, he really shines a lot when it comes to development. Because in the beginning, the Rangers kind of joke on him and everything. Cam is the tech whiz. He creates the gear. He creates the morphers. He creates the Zords. He creates everything for the team. And then when the Thunder Rangers join the team, Cam feels like, he has no place because, just because someone's not a Ranger doesn't mean they're totally useless. He just feels like he wants to become a Ranger so bad, but he can't because Sensei made a promise to his mother that, Cam won't, he doesn't want to put Cam in that danger again. But Cam definitely proves himself, saying, to go back to find the source of power that he needs to become a Ranger. And he shows that he could stand out on his own, and Sensei is just extremely so proud of him. It's just amazing. Because even Tori was kind of pushing for him, like, if you want to become a Ranger, talk to your dad about it. Really, it's just, it all comes full circle with this. And that's why I love about Cam. And really, it's just awesome. Alright, now on to the mentor of the season, Sensei. Sensei, of course, is the epitome of what a mentor is. Of course, majority of the show, he's a guinea pig, but that doesn't. He still has his chance of, giving the Rangers the proper advice that they need, giving the wisdom. He's just, he's there. But of course, there are a few moments where it gets very, very funny. And like sometimes the Rangers kind of knock Sensei for being in his, his guinea pig form. But, Sensei is still a force to be reckoned with, and how he's able to still defend himself as, as a ninja master and everything. It's just amazing. And especially how that one episode where we learn about Sensei and Lothor's backstory, on how, he was a Wind Ninja student. He was pretty, brash himself when he was during his young age. So it all comes full circle how Cam gets his, his personality from. He gets it from his father. So that's really, Sensei is definitely up there as one of my favorite mentors as well. So now we're moving on to the villains. Of course, the main villain of the show, Lothor. Lothor is jokes. Powerful villain, but he's also straight up jokes. I cannot tell you how much I forgot. Lothor is a wisecracking villain. I would say he's like Hades from Hercules. Like, he's always cracking jokes. He's always questioning, like, why is it that I can't get anything done around here because of you nincompoops? It's just hilarious. And moments where he always breaks the fourth wall and looks into the camera. It's just so funny. It's really funny. But I also loved his backstory on how he's, his lust for power was always his downfall, and when he comes back to, destroy the Wind Ninja Academy, it's just amazing. Especially when we get to the final arc, he throws that whole comedic thing away, and he goes on like, all right, I'm ready. I've been building up to I've been savoring this moment for a long time, and he really says it. I haven't had this much fun all season. Lothor is a great villain. He's really, I would say Lothor's really, he's top 10 villain for sure. All right, next is Mara and Capri. These two are basically the comedic duo of the show. They are Lothor's nieces, also Cam's cousins. Lothor is also, Cam's uncle. But Mara and Capri, they are definitely, the bumbling, comedic relief for the show. And as far as development goes, I would say it really comes full circle where, those, villains who decide to redeem themselves at the end of the season, and you turned out deep down they're not entirely, bad guys. And especially I could say for Mara in that one episode all about Beevil, because Mara, supposedly got kicked out of the Lothor's gang, and then she basically tricks Dustin. But deep down, I know she felt like she could be doing some good, and I actually like that about Mara. Capri, I can't really say much because she always keeps knocking Mara for her stupidity. But Capri's a very she can hold her own herself in a fight. So I do love these two characters. There are moments where their snarky remarks kind of bounce off of Lothor's comedic moments. They work well with each other. It's like it plays so well. All right, next is Chubo. Chubo, of course, is one of the generals in Lothor's army. His main, I could say, his moment where he shines a lot is definitely during the Thunder Ranger arc, where he kind of tricks the Thunder Rangers onto getting onto Lothor's ship and everything, and pits the Thunder Rangers and the Wind Rangers against each other again. It's one of those are his moments. Those are I would say the only moments where Chubo really shines. That's about it. All right, next is Zerg, who's another general. Lothor has too many generals in the show, and he really says it himself. I got too many generals. Zerg, I actually really liked Zerg. He's very formidable. He has his own Zords. I always liked it when a villain has their own Zord. And Zerg is very, devoted to, he's really, really devoted to, serving Lothor and everything. And of course, he's not without his failures, of course. I mean, what villain isn't? But he never, he sticks to his guns. He's always wanting to, impress Lothor, do the right, to impress, really just to impress Lothor. And that's all I can pretty say about Zerg. Now, this show also has, 3 more generals who come in later on during the season, like around the back half. Let's talk about Vexicus. Vexicus, I could say, he's another snake of this season because he's mentioned as a bounty hunter when he first shows up, and then he decides to join Lothor's team. But he starts, creating a power struggle between the generals with Zerg, with Motordrone. He has a burning grudge against Lothor because he was trying to overthrow Lothor, but that didn't come without failure to his demise. But Vexicus, he's a snake. He's really the snake of this season. But he's not, I wouldn't say he's not like on the same level of Darkonda and Deviant. No. I would say he's kind of below them because he didn't necessarily get close. He kind of got close, but he didn't so close yet so far. But Vexicus, I still like his design. He's still a really cool general. Alright, next person I want to talk about is Motordrone. I would say Motordrone has the best moments where he fights Hunter, because originally Motordrone was a human mechanic named Perry. Then later on he becomes a general in Lothor's army. How they, separated Perry and Motordrone from becoming 2 separate entities. But Motordrone definitely has he does have this rivalry against Hunter, and of course he has his own motorcycle. And I always liked it when him and Hunter went at it with each other. Of course, he got his demise when, Lothor told Motordrone to, keep an eye on Vexicus, because I know he's plotting something. Because if he's plotting something, I want you to tell me. Alright? Of course, when Motordrone tried to tell Lothor, that led to, his demise. Vexicus wiped him off the map. Vexicus was dirty. He was really, really dirty. But I liked Motordrone's design. His suit is really cool, and of course has a cool motorcycle as well. So Motordrone, he's really cool. And the last general to talk about is Shimatsu. I don't really have much to say about him because he didn't really do much. I mean, when he first appeared, I do like his debut episode where he had these 3 wolf monsters, which are really cool. Cool monster designs, if I might add. And the 3 wolf blades can fuse into one giant, wolf monsters. But other than that, I can't really say anything about, Shimatsu. Nothing really. I can't. But other than that, that's all I can say about Shimatsu. But overall, this season's GOAT. It's a GOAT season. It gets a GOAT rating. It's so much fun from beginning to end. Everybody develops. There's so much chemistry within the Rangers and the villains, and it fleshes out everyone's character very well. Really, it does, especially for the main 3. And really, there was no moment in this show where I felt like, oh, this is getting boring, oh, this is getting slow. Like, I genuinely had so much fun watching this season. And of course, another thing I'm surprised about, this season didn't have a clip show, which is very, very surprising. No clip show for Wild Force and no clip show here either, which is amazing. But other than that, I enjoyed Power Rangers Ninja Storm. In the comment section below, tell me, what did you think of Power Rangers Ninja Storm? Who was your favorite character? Who was your favorite villain? What was your favorite episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified. And stay tuned for the next season review, Power Rangers Dino Thunder. And I know that's a fan favorite because I know Tommy comes back, but really, I think I'm going to enjoy watching Dino Thunder again because it's been a while. But as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden, and may the power protect you.